Starting the recording. Okay. Now, I'm hoping my computer doesn't blow over in the wind. So the angle is not as great as always because I don't want it to fall over. Okay, it's 12 o'clock. Should we warm up? You guys can take your masks off if you want or leave them on depending on your comfort level. I'm Michelle, welcome. So, try to relax your shoulders, even if they're creeping up in the cold. Elbows at 90 degrees. Abs tight. And hopefully we can get warm enough to shed some layers. So, the higher you get your knees, obviously, the more you'll have to work. If you want to give yourself a target, put that hand flat. And if you want to go faster, that'll be your next level of challenge. Make it your own. Marching or jogging. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, low knees or high knees, 2, 1. Good job. Shake out those legs with a nice easy heel tap. So I'm just tapping my leg out in front of me, toe up. You can do the same thing if you're sitting in a chair at home. And then again, you can always make things harder by increasing your pace. So quick heels makes it more like a little Irish jig. So we're doing front work. We're going to move out to the sides next. So instead of heels forward, toes alternate out to the side. The heel can come up, and that upper body can add a lean to stretch out that rib cage. If you need to brace yourself, you can put your hand on your opposite hip. Otherwise, put that hand in front and use that core strength to keep your midsection in control. So now we're leaning. Next, we're going to twist. So the shoulders are turning as opposed to bending. You can add a jab, so you're crossing and punching in that direction. If you can follow your target, let your punch follow your eyes. Great. If that makes you dizzy, keep those eyes forward. And I'm trying to think. We're not going down on the ground for a while. If you guys want to fold the mat to the side, I know the wind is blowing everything. Okay, so now we're going to switch to toes in the back. So tap behind, tap behind, tap behind, tap behind. Opposite arm can go up to make it simpler, well, maybe harder to think about, but easier to do intensity-wise. Otherwise, two arms, the more you move, the more you... Maybe you had a piece or two of Halloween candy. So now we gotta work. It's all about the balance. If anyone wants to go faster, switch, switch, switch. You decide which level works for you. And slow it down, and we're gonna hold a lunge. So either leg back, find your balance. Now for my yoga warrior pose, people, you turn your foot. I want you guys to try to keep that back foot straight instead. That'll stretch our calf more by pushing that heel down. Once you're balanced with that wide stance, hands forward, chin down, reach. Good. And then we'll switch feet, working on the balance first. Back heel up and straight, pushing back and down. Then hands go back this time, opening up that chest. You can clasp them together if you like. So today, it'll be appropriate that we start out with 7 cardio exercises to get us extra warm in the cold. But before we do that, give me a few arm circles. Jump rope the first one, so get those arms ready to swing that rope. Palms up, small circle forward. If you want to work on balance at the same time, small circles backward and lift up one leg. It can be barely off the ground, it could be heel off the ground, or maybe you can go all the way to parallel side to the ground. Then switch to big circles forward and the other leg. If you decide to do the leg portion without weight, we don't get as much shoulder work in. So this is a good one to try to get some shoulder fatigue built up. Other direction. You can relax those legs if you want. Tap them out. Okay, elbows in, out. You can do this up on your toes, a little calf work with balance. Good. And the last one, the doorknob. So keep those arms up. How long can you keep them up? Turn the wrist forward and back, forward and back. You can be flat-footed or still on those toes for a little bit longer. You could add a pulse for the calves if you want. And relax. Okay, but we've got our air rope to prep. So hands at your side, imaginary handles, 1 foot at a time if you need to keep in contact with the ground. If impact's okay for you, leave the ground 2 foot harder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The elbow to knee can be slow, but doesn't have to be. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't pay attention to the count. Make your own pace. Mummy kicks. If you saw any mummies on Halloween, you guys are going to cross your arms, switch which one's on top, and lift the legs out straight. So if you wanted to make it harder, you'd be leaving the ground. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then side lunges, more of a strength move. Go to one side, so that knee bends, the other leg stays straight. Back up, switch. Side, that knee bends, other one straight. Switch. We'll do 10 each for 20 total. So just keep alternating. 7, 7, 6. You can do wherever you want with your hands. Halfway. 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Good. Star jacks. We did this one last week. So if you're not going to leave the ground, one foot stays down. If you are going to leave the ground, so 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, kind of like a one-legged jumping jack. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. On to squat punch. So we're gonna stay down like a hot seat wall sit. Feet wide, knees and toes follow each other in the same direction. Get low, sit down there. Abs tight. That's gonna help keep those lat muscles from stretching too far while you add an optional punch. Punch, punch, punch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we've got tire jumps. So tires are further apart than your stance. So it's basically high knees a little bit wider. Down your row of tires. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys made it. 7 moves, 10 times each. Hopefully you're feeling warmer. Water if you want. We're going to repeat them all. Jump rope was first. Now you've got the hang of it. Imaginary rope. Swing it and jump. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That elbow to knee. It's our basic warm-up move oftentimes, but can be made harder with speed. 5, 4, 3, or leaving the ground. Good job. Okay, the mummy kick again. So straight arms out in front, switch which one's on top. Legs kick forward. 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Back to the side lunges. Just slow it down for a moment. Catch your breath. Step to one side. That knee bends. Other leg straight. Sit those hips back. Hands wherever you're comfortable. Deep breaths. Good. Halfway for 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. That star jack, so like a one-legged jumping jack. Switch which one's up in the air or jump with it. 4, 4, 5, halfway. 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. The squat. Getting that breath under control again. I like the wide one, but as long as your knees and your toes face the same way, it doesn't matter how wide or hip width you go. Get low, hold it, arms up. If you want the jabs, forward, switch, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one, tire jumps again. Sticking with that wide stance because the tires are wider and a high knee. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Okay, we're gonna let our heart rate come down while we do some side leg raises. One of my favorite indoor moves with the dumbbell is the opposite side arm raise with the opposite side leg raise. If you don't have weight, your water bottle will add a little bit, or even just the weight of your arm. So find your balance. So I'm going to stand on my right, put weight in my right, and lift my left leg. Ready? Up, down. If you need a touchdown, reset, you can. If you can keep it up the whole time, even better. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Everything goes the opposite. Hold your weight, find your balance, and the lift. 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 Good. You can always slide over to a tree or a bench to hold on. I forgot what number I was on. 7, 6, 5, 4. The second side should feel harder with the fatigue of that base leg. 1 more. And now we're going down. So if your mat is an option, spread it out. Unless you want to do your push-ups elsewhere, you could do higher push-ups on a bench, on the brick wall. If you are on the ground, you can modify them with kneeling push-ups. I prefer those myself because they go deeper into the movement and I get more range of motion. So try to get those elbows to 90 degrees. Wide is easier, more chest. Narrower is more arms, so it's harder. Hips tight, abs tight so the hips are straight. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Good. Since it's our first set, we're a bit fresh in the chest. Let's try for 15, 8, 7, 6. You can bend your hips up if you need to make it a little bit lighter. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, a bit up and down. We're going to go back up for, let's do back lunges first. We already did side lunges. So step far enough forward that you have room behind you to step back, and we're going to alternate. So if you're concerned about balance or leg strength, then just tap and switch. If you can really lower yourself down, go for it. Stop just before that back knee hits the ground. 20 times, 10 each. You can put your arms wherever you want. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to repeat all 3 of those. So our side leg raise. If you want to hold something, you can. If it's your water, feel free to take a drink. Abs tight, find your balance, and lift. If you don't need to touch down in between, even better. 10, we're going to drop it to 12 this time. with a pulse at the end. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up, relax. Well, you could keep your arm up too. The arm, you can pulse them both, but mainly pulse the leg. A small up-down motion of a few inches and relax. Other side, same thing. Find your balance, lift lower, 12 times, and then hold. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up. Pulse, 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 pulse. And we're going down for push-ups again. That was the last set of lateral work. But we've got 2 more sets of push-ups and lunges. So, stretch out in your desired position. Abs tight. The straighter the hips, the better, but you can modify it by sticking them back. That's better than letting them sag low. And the lower lift for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you like a child's pose stretch after that, feel free to sit back on those heels. Keep your arms stretched out overhead for a moment. Take an extra breath. And then we're back up for forward lunges. Forward lunges are harder because they require the strength and momentum to get back up. So if that's a bit much, repeat the reverse version again. Alternating in case our count gets lost. Wherever you want to put your arms, step forward, back up, trying to get that thigh parallel to the ground if possible. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last set of push-ups. Dropping that number down to 10 if you want, but you don't have to. Feel free to burn off an extra bite of candy. So 10 to 15. Lower and lift with those abs tight. Hips as straight as you can keep them. 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last set of lunges, because my new favorite October lunge combo I can't get enough of. You guys are going to stand on the left the whole time, go right, and rebalance if you need to in the middle, otherwise back on the left. We're doing all right leg. Forward for 1, you can tap down if you need to, back for 1. 10 on each side. So I'm all right, front to back. Numbers, nope. Right leg, 7, right leg, 6, 6, right leg, 5, 5, right leg, 4, 4, 3, 3. You can always do just back or just forward. If you need to modify, that's why I start with the easier one. Last one, and back. We might have to do a no mat workout on the windy day. They're flying like kites. Okay, left leg. Give yourself enough room to go front and back, starting with forward. Step, touch in the middle if needed, back, front. Otherwise, you can go right through the middle without touching. Arms up or down. Number 3, left thigh, left thigh. 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7. Holding on to something would always make it easier. If you're going to try it again in the future or at home. 9, 9, last one, forward and back. 10 and 10. Good job. Shake it out. And we're going to move back to the mat to pin them down and do some core work with a bridge mixed in there for a little more leg. So, water, 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 and then get ready for your V-sit. So that means you get to stay seated, head above your heart in case it's still coming back down from a high rate. Toes up, heels down as a modification, holding on as a modification, but feel free to lift those heels up or let go or both. Holding it in the middle on those sit bones right in between your hips. Working on that balance and lots of core strength. Holding, holding, holding. Straight legs is much, much harder. Otherwise, a twist is a little more doable. Side to side. You can do a small twist, or if you're more advanced, try to get both hands to touch all the way down. Full range, with or without weight if you want to hold something in the middle. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, reverse plank, a favorite for triceps in the no equipment world. Hands under your shoulders. I like to do fingers toward my feet. I feel like it's harder in a good way, maybe a little more comfortable, but you could do it the other way if you need to. Maybe you're just going to lift, but if you can do straight legs, that makes it much, much harder. So only about 20 seconds, whichever version you need to do. Working the arms and the core. Squeeze those glutes, lift those hips higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, eyes, Y's, T's, and W's. So we're gonna flip over on our belly for some backside work. Work that whole posterior chain. So our arms, shoulders, back, legs, glutes, you name it, everything's stretched out. And if you need to modify, then you could do opposite arm leg. Well, actually, you're not supposed to do legs at all. But if you do legs, that'll make it harder. So you could. I'm going to do thumbs up to get my wrist in the right position. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. So just arms or arms and legs for advance. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, a Y. So your arms are out kind of kitty corner. One more set and then we'll go back through. So up, down, just arms or arms and legs. 8, 7, 6, 5. Thumbs up to get those wrists up. I forgot what number I was on. Okay, thank you. Okay, now a regular bridge. So you guys are going to flip over, giving opposite muscle groups a break in between a bit. Feet flat, knees up, palms up. That'll make your legs do more of the work. And you're just gonna lift those hips. Now that we're warm, it feels nice out, right? So the higher the hips, the better. Squeeze those glutes to get them there. And hold, hold, hold. And then we'll add some down, up, dip, drop. So you're gonna go hips almost to the ground, back up. Unless you want a break, you can drop them all the way to the ground. Lower, lift, lower, lift. 5, up, 4, up, 3, up, 2, up, 1, and up. Hips down, knees in, give them a squeeze. And then if anyone wants to try to roll themselves back up to their V-sit without using their hands, feel free. We're taking it from the top with that V-sit again. So hold on or let go, heels down or up. Straight legs or bent legs. Static hold or twist. Make it your own. Working that core in the middle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, one more brief reverse plank. Well, no, let's do side planks. Otherwise, we won't get those at all. So, switching our planks to the side means the elbows under your shoulder. You're going to stretch your legs out and stack your feet or stagger them, either one forward. Otherwise, the knee might be a great option for a lot of people. As long as your hips are forward, then lift them up. Both knees can bend or that top one can stay straight. Hold it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. You can roll over there, keeping your hips up if you want to get fancy, or reset and go to the other side. Same positioning on your feet or your knees. Abs tight, hips straight. And hold there for another 15 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. And a cobra stretch might feel good, meaning your elbows and forearms are stretched down and forward. Lift those eyes up. You can press up on your hands if you have a flexible back. So we did our I's and our Y's, and then we have our T's and our W's. So thumbs up, out to the side. So hands out from your shoulders. You can do just upper body, just lower body, or all of the above. Lift, lower. Lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, W just means you bend your elbows down. Last one, lift and lower. Up, down. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. 7, 6, 5. Arms and legs, or just one or the other. 2, and 1. Good job. You could do a down dog for advanced stretching, or a child's pose for a more beginner stretch. Hold it for an extra moment. And we'll work our way to face up again for our last bridge. So this time, we're going to work our way to single-sided work. So feet start flat, hips go up, just like last time. Palms up if you don't need their help for balance. And then try to raise that right foot out. Not up, just out. So both sides are still parallel. That makes it harder. A heavier lever diagonally out, not supported. Just holding, holding, holding. Okay, other side. Still working, but now the fresh leg is holding you up. Left leg is extended out. Holding, holding, holding. Okay, back to 2. That's a working break before we do 5 more single-sided dips on each side if you wish. Otherwise, stay on 2. If you're going to do single side, right leg up, hips down, up, down, up, 3, up, 2, up, 1, up, switch legs, other leg out, hips start high, then lower and lift, lower and lift. Legs just along for the ride. 2 and 1, back to 2 legs, hips high, relax, knees in to elongate that hamstring after all of those muscle contractions. You can rock it side to side if you want. Okay, legs up, hands up. And you guys are gonna roll toward your opposite foot in that direction. If you need to modify, feet down, you can go toward your opposite knee. So it's just a crunch, up, down, crunch, up, down. A little bit of angle to it, to your toes or your knees. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep those legs up if you can. Hands under your hips. Now we're going to lower the right leg. Back up. Left leg back up. So if you need to modify, you could do just one leg the whole time while the other one's bent on the ground. Getting those leg lifts in for the lower abs. 2 legs at a time is much harder. Lower lift, lower lift. The straighter your knees, the harder. The more bent, that'll give you a little bit of a break, which is just fine. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, let's get that heart rate up. One more time with the mountain climbers. So that means you stay on the ground if you can. Back up off the end of your mat, hands down, 1 foot in, switch or jump. If you need to stand up for it, no problem. Just like our warm-up move, switch or jump. About 30 seconds, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Okay, one more set of lower abs. This time we're going to crisscross them. So over under. Up high is easier. Down low, close to the ground, is harder. The wider the better. 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Okay. Right knee into your chest. Stretching it out. It is 12:40. So, left leg staying straight is harder. Bend it if you want to make it a little bit easier. Then send that right leg straight up in the air. 2 straight legs is harder. Toe comes down toward your face with that top leg. Rotate it around in a nice circle. Then go the other direction. And then we're going to cross it over our other knee. So with our hip opener, working our way to figure 4, you can either press that knee away or reach through the middle and pull it in. If you can relax your head, even better. Give that neck a break. Okay, on the other side, so left knee in, right leg can be bent or straight out. Hold it, hold it, hold it with that bent squeeze. Then we'll take it up as straight as you can get it. You don't have to lock the knee, but you want a straight leg to elongate that hamstring. Toe comes down toward your face to stretch your calf on the back of the lower leg. Add ankle circles if you'd like. One direction, switch, other direction. And then figure 4 on this one. You can pull that foot in, knee out, prop it up on your other leg, or pull that other leg in, just like the other side. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Good. For a low back stretch, next, go ahead and put your feet flat, knees up, arms out in a T. You're going to drop both knees to the right. Keep your head left so that you've got a little opposition through that spine to give it a gentle twist stretch. If you want to make it more intense, straighten out that top leg. Add a little extra weight that way. Trying to keep both shoulders on the floor. Then come back up to the middle. Over to the other side. Head goes right. Shoulders stay down. Top leg extending is optional. Okay, you can roll to the side you're closest to, unless you want to try to see me, and that means you can't see me, then flip it around for the quad stretch. If you can reach your laces or your heel, then you can pull that foot in behind you that way with those knees close, hips forward. If you can't quite reach your leg, you could go on your stomach and just let that foot bend in, and the weight of your foot will give you a bit of a stretch. Or you can do it on your stomach, adding the hand pull. That one on the other side. So you can roll to the other side, or if you wanted to try this prone position, face down, switch legs, hips down. Squeeze those glutes. Keep those knees close. Good. Okay. From there, we're going to work our way up. You can go to all fours and pause for a moment if you like the cat stretch. Post-Halloween, give me a mad cat with your spine up, chin under. And the opposite, cow stretch. More of a concave back with your belly button down. And if you want to curl those toes under, push that body weight back. You can lift your knees a bit, push those heels back, back, back. You can turn it into a low crouch, a downward dog, or just stand in whatever fashion works for you. Once we get to the top, we'll do a few more for upper body and get you on your way. So arms forward, chin down, reach. Good, good, good. All the way around. Hug yourself to give that upper back a bit more of a stretch. Then hands low. Open up that chest. If you want to go into a wide stance, you're going to add a forward bend. Push those hips back. Hands up. Good. And for triceps, take a nice big deep breath in, arms up. Bend one hand back, press that elbow down, keep that chin lifted. You can reach for it if you'd like. For our last one. Other side, one side's probably more flexible, keeping that chin up. Good, good, good. Okay, hands together for my yogis. This is a good forearm stretch though, by pushing the heels of the hands down. And you're good to go. Let me know if you guys have questions or requests. Thank you. I think I, for the first time ever, successfully recorded myself. So I'll figure out a way to post it somewhere. And then on a rainy day, you guys can watch tonight's video. If anyone wants to come at 5:30 tonight and tell all the people that didn't get the message there's no class, you could teach them everything we just did because I live too far away for that. But happy November. Keep coming. Tell your friends, and I'll see you next time. And Steve and did everyone check in but Steve? I think. Thanks for tuning in, Barbara. Have a good day. You're welcome. Stopping recording.